Sara steps into a lone taxi waiting under a flickering street lamp at midnight. The driver gives her a gentle smile, warning her it's unsafe to walk alone. The taxi pulls onto the empty road, streetlights blurring past. Sara glances into the rearview mirror casually. Her blood chills when she sees her own reflection clearly. But the driver's seat in the mirror is completely empty. She stares at the real driver, who is still right in front of her. The mirror continues, showing only the empty seat. Sara's heartbeat quickens as she looks again. The driver softly says, "Don't be afraid, Sara." Sara freezes. She never told him her name. She quietly reaches for her phone, trying to text someone. The driver says calmly, "You won't need your phone tonight." Sara studies his hands on the wheel. They are pale and unnaturally still. A cold chill spreads through the taxi despite the warm night. Scratches on the interior door catch her eye. The marks look like someone once tried to escape. A faded family photo sits on the dashboard. The driver in the photo looks exactly the same age as now. The taxi meter stays frozen at 12 a.m. Sara feels watched even when the driver faces forward. He suddenly asks, "Do you think everyone deserves a second chance?" Sara hesitates, unable to answer. The driver begins telling stories of past passengers. His tone shifts between sadness and regret. He mentions a girl who disappeared after a taxi ride. He glances at Sara in the mirror's direction. Sara notices the windshield has a spiderweb-shaped crack. A faint burnt smell lingers in the taxi's air. The car feels older than it looks, worn by tragedy. Sara's fear mixes with confusion and curiosity. She gathers courage and asks why he has no reflection. The taxi becomes silent, the engine hum heavy. The driver grips the wheel tightly before answering. He whispers, "Because I am not who I used to be." He tells her he died in a taxi accident years ago. He speaks about driving recklessly to earn quick money. He confesses he ignored rules and warnings. His voice shakes as he describes the night of the crash. He admits a passenger died because of his carelessness. He says he has wandered midnight roads ever since. He reveals he appears only to those who walk in danger. Sara listens, stunned and trembling. She wonders why he chose her tonight. The driver explains he's seen her walk alone many nights. He regrets not helping people when he had the chance. He says he wanted to prevent the same fate for her. The taxi slows as it approaches her neighborhood. Sara realizes she never gave him her address. He tells her gently, "I've been watching over you." The taxi stops softly in front of her home. Sara turns to thank him for protecting her. The driver's seat is suddenly empty. The steering wheel turns by itself as the taxi shifts into reverse. The headlights flicker as the taxi begins backing away. The entire vehicle grows dim, almost transparent. Within seconds, the taxi fades like mist in the night air. The street becomes silent and still. Sara stands frozen, processing what just happened. She checks her phone with shaking hands. A news alert reports a major crash on the road she avoided. Her legs weaken as she realizes she would have been there. Tears fill her eyes as she understands the warning. She walks inside, grateful yet shaken to her core. She reflects on the driver's painful confession. She realizes his regret shaped his mission to protect others. Sara promises herself to make safer choices. She acknowledges how one decision can change a life. She breathes deeply, choosing awareness over carelessness. She whispers a quiet thank you to the vanished driver. The night feels different now, heavier, wiser. Sara steps forward, understanding her future depends on her choices. The final message lingers. The past can haunt, but it can also guide.